Hello everybody, welcome to day 6 of the Morning Flow Challenge. Today we're going to be focusing on a neutral spine. So a neutral spine means what it means, a neutral spine. So not a rounded back, this is called flexion, and not an extended spine, this is called extension. So no back bend. So we're just going to be focusing on a nice and tall waistline here, and a nice and tall straight spine basically. Let's get started in a comfortable seat. You can face the front of your mat. Cross-leg position, take the arms over your head, inhale, lengthen tall. Feel the sides of the waist start to get long, and exhale, fold forward, hands to the floor, crawl forward. Now for this one here, I want you to grab the edges of the mat, and then I want you to pull the mat forward. So as you pull the mat forward, your sit bones are going to want to reach back, feeling that traction. So traction means there's two parts reaching in opposite directions so that you get this really nice and long, lengthened spine. So arms reaching forward, sit bones pulling back. Feel the spine lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Breathing deeply here. Slowly come back up and switch. Cross with your legs. So other leg on top, take both arms up. Inhale, lengthen tall. Exhale, hinge forward. Grab the edges of the mat. Pull the mat forward, and you should feel the sit bones want to slide back. So we want to create traction in the side of your body. Breathing deeply here. Reaching through your sit bones, through the tailbone, through the crown of your head. Full spine is long. Slowly come back to center, both arms up, lengthen tall. And exhale, release. Lying flat on your back, knees to chest. Fully relaxing here, breathing deeply. So full inhales, full exhales. From here, stretch the legs straight out in front of you. Fully relax the body. Now I want you to locate where your knees are. Bend your right foot, place the right foot on the floor, in line with the left knee. So the right heel is in line with the left knee. Now bend your left foot, place it on the floor to meet the right foot. Okay, so this is about knee distance, or knee length. Place the hands on the floor. We're going to go for your pelvic presses. So first we're going to start off by just focusing on the pelvis here. So tailbone, right now your sacrum, so the flat part of the butt, is on the floor. Now I want you to scoop the pelvis underneath, touching the lower back on the mat, kind of like cat-cow. Inhale to arch, lower back lifts off the floor. 4 more like this. Exhale to tilt. Good, and then arch. So here you should feel the pelvic tilt. We call this posterior pelvic tilt as you round. And then as you arch, it's called an anterior pelvic tilt. Good, exhale to scoop. Inhale to come back up. Go 2 more times, scooping underneath. So the sit bones want to come under and up. And then as you arch, the sit bones come back. 1 more time. And arch. Okay, now find your neutral pelvis. From here, push your feet into the floor. Arms stay by your side. Scoop the pelvis underneath and lift the pelvis off the floor by pushing into your feet. So just the pelvis is hovering off the floor. Now slowly lower the pelvis back down and rest. 3 more like that. Scoop and tuck. Lift. Lower and rest. 2 more, scoop and lift. Good, really tug the pelvis underneath. Lower and rest. Last one. Hold here. Keep your scoop as much as you can. Good, and exhale, slowly release, rest. Okay, adding on from here. Push the feet heavy into the floor. Now pelvis tucks underneath. We're coming higher this time. So our hands press heavy into the floor, triceps engaged. So you want to sort of roll the shoulders back, sort of like you're doing a back bend, but you're not really because it's on the floor. So push the feet into the floor, triceps nice and heavy, scoop the pelvis underneath, and lift the pelvis off the floor. Firm the triceps into the floor. Now scoop the lower back off the floor, upper back off the floor, coming all the way up into your pelvic tilt. So coming as high as you can without letting your ribcage open. So ribcage open looks like this. We want the ribcage to be closed, so nice and neutral spine here. But I want you to lift up through the glutes. So power through the legs, power through your glutes. Stay for 3. Lift up higher, stay for 2. Stay for 1. As you come down, think upper back first. Keep the scoop, keep the pelvic tilt. Mid back touches. Lower back touches. Lastly, pelvis touches, and you rest. 4 more like that. Scoop to lift. Lower back comes off first. Mid back. Upper back. Stay at your highest. Feel the glutes engage. Thighs engage. Hold. And then slowly pace the spine back down. You might feel a bit of hamstrings as well. Good, let's go for 2 more. If you want to, you can walk the feet closer towards you. It's a little bit easier here. Inhale to lift. Ribcage stays in, lifting up as high as you can. And exhale, pacing the spine back down. Good, 1 more, last one. Inhale to rise up. Feeling each and every vertebrae as you articulate through the spine. Good, and slowly pace all the way down. And rest. Very good. Bend the knees, knees to chest. Okay, slide down a little bit. We're going to go for your rollovers. From here, bend your right knee, interlace the hand over the right shin, left leg straight. Now, slide the left heel forward away from you, and using your hands, pull the right knee into your chest. Now, right leg straight up towards the ceiling. Interlace the hands behind the shin, and pull the right leg closer towards you, any amount. So just warming up the hamstrings here. Now keep this shape, take your hands away, and see if you can use your leg strength to pull the leg closer towards you. Closer towards you. Good, come back to center. Bend the knee and release, switch. Left knee into your chest, right leg straight. Slide the right heel away from you, pull the left knee into your chest. Now interlace the hands behind the left shin, left leg up towards the ceiling. Keep the left leg straight, right leg also stays straight. Keeping this, pull the left leg into your chest. Now keep the left leg where it is, release, and see if you can keep it where it is. Keeping the left leg straight, pull a little bit closer, a little bit closer. Good, bend the knee and release. Both legs bend and take both legs up towards the ceiling. Okay, a few rollovers here. Make sure you slide all the way down. Make sure you have space behind you. Take both legs up. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing as your pelvic press, but this time it's sort of like the opposite. The legs are going to come over your head. They don't have to touch the floor. And then as you pace back down, you want the upper back to touch first, mid back, then lower back. So push the hands down. Inhale to take the legs up and over. And then as you exhale, slowly pace the spine back down to the floor. Good. 4 more here. Inhale to roll. Exhale to pace. Good. Last 2. And pacing all the way down. Good, 1 more, last one. And then coming all the way back down slowly. Very good, bend the knees. Hug knees into your chest, rest. Okay, coming all the way up. Hands to the floor, downward dog. Stretching up, piking the hips up towards the ceiling. Arms stay straight, legs stay straight. Breathing deeply. Okay, plank series. Come forward into your plank. So shifting the body weight forward. If this is too much for your wrist or for your arms, you can lower the forearms to the floor. Otherwise, staying in your plank, keep the gaze forward, palms pushing heavy into the floor. Hips lower, but ribcage stays in. Bracing the core to keep the core tight. From here, if this is okay for you, float the right toes off the floor and lower. 4 more right toes off the floor and lower. Good. 3 and lower. 2 and lower. 1, hold here. Hold for 3, hold for 2, hold for 1. Back to plank, hold your plank. If the leg is too much for you, you can just stay in plank. Left side, left foot floats off the floor and lower. 2 and lower. 3, keep your legs straight, lower. 4, good, last one. 5, hold here. 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. Left foot back to the floor, hold your plank. Good, bend your knees, knees to the floor, child's pose. Slowly come back up. Forearms to the floor this time, interlace your fingers. We're gonna end with a forearm plank hold. So pushing the elbows and the base of the wrist into the mat. Tuck the toes and then come into your forearm plank. Now core stays tight. You want your weight to be shifting forward into the forearms. Breathing deeply, bracing your core, hold here. Think of keeping your thighs lifted up. The heel is pushing back. The core stays tight. Keep the breath flowing. Hold here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, knees to the floor. Child's pose, rest. Slowly rising up. Take both arms up over your head. And exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, release. That is it for today. Thank you for joining me on the mat.